Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the grand finale of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship. Behind me you can see the Xcats heading out for what will be their final ever start of the 2024 Championship. Team GB defending champions are on pole. Victory, yesterday's speed catch winners, are in second and Faz Marine are in third. In fourth we have the current leaders, HPI Fujairah Racing Team, separated by Swecat and Swecat, who will be hoping to overcome an 18-point deficit in this race right now to be named this year's champion. It's either going to be HPI Fujairah Racing Team or it is going to be Swecat. And of course, the only way to find out who will be this year's champions is by staying glued to your screens right here from Dubai. So, without further ado, as we start to get ready for the start of this final race here for the Dubai Grand Prix, I will hand over to the commentary team, sprint over there and take you through the action live right here from Dubai. And I am proud to say that we are about to see the start of this final Grand Prix here. The tension has never been higher. The stakes have never been in the hands of so few. We will be waiting for this incredible Grand Prix to start. Just a reminder, HPI Fujairah Racing Team, they are in the driving seat. Team GB on pole. We have a yellow flag from the pace cat, which means it is throttled down. But I think we are going to see a restart. What drama from this final race here, because they have gone out of line, but the pace cat is heading off. So we have had a start. Team GB at the top of your screens. You can see they're from our lovely helicopter today. But we will be focusing on these front runners. Who will be the 2024 UIM Xcat World Champion? Swecat in the orange livery chasing HPI Fujairah Racing Team up to the top of your screen. They've got to stay in a straight line till they hit the first set of boys and then they can make their turn-ins. It has been a struggling start for some of the Xcats out there, but everybody seems to have behaved themselves. But of course, we saw quite a few penalties in the first race of this Grand Prix on Friday, but we will keep you right up to date. We've seen skipping and diving there. Boat number 22, Swecat di Palermo, seemed to cut across. We'll come back to that. But victory in second. Swecat look like they've moved up into third. It is all going on the start of this Grand Prix. This is, of course, the final Grand Prix. A world champion will be named at the end of this race. Looks like Team GB have managed to stay in pole. Whew, a minute to catch my breath as I Usain bolted it from the waterline there. And Team GB heading into the first set of corners in the lead. Victory second, Swecat in third. We shall go through the permutations of the World Championship throughout the course of this race, just to keep you bang up to date with what's going on. But of course, we have got bragging rights to allocate after this race as well. Team GB, boat number 8, defending 2023 champions. They won't be able to retain their crown. Double winners in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, pole sitters in the last 2 qualifying sessions here in Dubai, and finishing second in race number 1. And that is a good chance for me to segue into John talking about the conditions.
Indeed, it seems like it is quite windy here on the shores of Dubai, favoring the team you see on your screens right now, Team GB. Sitting on pole following the session yesterday. It will be a hard task to try steal that away from them, given the conditions.
Yeah, they love a rough condition out there, and the wind is running at about 23, 24, up to 25 kilometers an hour coming into us off of the Gulf here. And you can just see there the flags and the hair in that wind. But Team GB obviously setting up for rough waters. I imagine they've all set up for rough waters. And as we get to the end of the first lap, it is Team GB grabbing as much air as they are water across the timing. Victory in second, Swecat in third, which is going to be something we'll dive into. Gita Di Palermo in fourth, with HPI Fujairah Racing Team battling with number 10, 222 Offshore. And we have our abacus. We will be figuring out what this means for the championship when things start to settle down. What a lightning start, John. What a lightning start.
Absolutely, and it does favour Swecat, currently second in the overall championship standings. If they manage to keep HPI Fujairah Racing Team behind them, they have a good shot at taking the coveted crown with them.
Absolutely, and 35 points awarded to the winner, and then heading down to 30, 28 respectively. It could be a very, very close decider, but none of that will matter one jot to Team GB, who are currently leading this race. They were penalised whilst leading race number 1 of the Grand Prix here for missing their long lap window, something that I know the team will be very, very keen to avoid happening again. We had a discussion earlier today about the long laps when they need to be taken. Just a reminder, 2 long laps make up this 15-lap race. They need to be taken between lap number 2 and the 70% mark.
What is interesting, Stu, in comparison with the fastest lap in pole position, 2:38 done by Team GB, currently the fastest lap is 3 minutes 6. So you can see they're taking a more cautious approach given the conditions.
Yeah, the conditions are much, much rougher. The wind much, much higher than during our pole position qualifying session yesterday. It was in the morning. We've noticed this, John. In the mornings, we tend to see much calmer weather. Then in the afternoon, everything starts to heat up a little bit, and the conditions start to change. Team GB, who will be frightfully aware of the fact that they have ended on their roof twice this year already, but all that proves is they are not scared of pushing, and they are really taking the conditions by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, the drivers must be taking quite a battering going up and down in that cockpit.
Yeah, well, I was talking to Scott yesterday, and he was saying that it's actually quite a good thing qualifying one day and then racing the next, because we nearly had a boy taken there by Victory. Victory are hot on their heels here. Victory, of course, Salim and Isa are local to Dubai, so they will be desperate to add a race win here to their Speedcat run win yesterday. And Victory are neck and neck with Team GB. And Team GB have managed to just keep in front of them. Victory having to pull back a little bit there. I wonder if there was a bit of crossover. Swecat still in third. Gita Di Palermo in fourth. And then a big, big gap here. 222 Offshore have now jumped a position, with HPI Fujairah Racing Team struggling for pace. They just can't seem to get any speed down. They are the current leaders of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship. They have an 18-point buffer between them and Swecat. Swecat are in third, with HPI Fujairah Racing Team in sixth. Fazmarine followed by Sharjah Q8 Oils, and then Tessel Mare. Great to see them back out on the water. Is it Tessel Mare? I can't see from here, my glasses are failing me. No, it's Q8 Oils.
Wow. So we have Team GB currently in first position, followed by Victory Team in second, Swecat in third, Città di Palermo ex-Consul Brokers in fourth, 222 Offshore in fifth, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in sixth, Fazmarine in seventh, Sharjah Team in eighth, Q8 Oils in ninth, and Tessel Mare in 10th. And they seemed like they were struggling a bit with the waves out there.
Well, Tessel Mare is the smallest boat. Team GB taking an absolute flyer there. They have to be frightfully careful that they don't get as much air as they got in Fujairah, where they ended up upside down. And here we can see from our helicopter, never not cool to say, that Team GB have managed to open up a bit of a gap to victory once again. But as it stands, HPI on 250 points. Fazmarine are running their long lap now, and Swecat on 232. Whoa, I mean, Team GB are really pushing out there, and I think the reason they've stayed ahead of victory is they are just being braver with their throttle at the moment. They want to finish this championship season with a win. It would be their third of this year, which would be an incredible turnaround. They really struggled at the beginning of their retention of their championship. And as we head round this third lap here, I'm going to lean heavily on my co-commentator on the points allocation. Maths not traditionally your strong suit, John, but we'll keep an eye out. But Team GB absolutely flying here. Victory just trying to keep up with their bravery. All crews being very brave being out. This is proper offshore racing now. Victory flying over the timing buoy.
Yeah, as it stands, even though HPI Fujairah Racing Team are in 6th position, they still have the lead with 262 points. If Swecat remain in 3rd position, they'll make their way up to 258, so they need at least 2nd to be, and for obviously for HPI Fujairah Racing Team to remain in 6th to be able to take this home.
And we are seeing quite incredible acrobatics from the teams out there. 222 Offshore, boat number 10, absolutely flying. I thought they were going to lose it. Sharjah as well flying here. But Team GB starting to settle into the race here as we head round lap number 4. HPI Fujairah coming past the timing booth here. Really not pushing it at all. Really not pushing it at all.
Now dropping to 7th position. So throw that spanner in the works. That changes the standings massively.
This is unbelievable. There is drama up and down. Will Team GB take their 3rd win? Will victory overcome them and win here for their 2nd win in the Emirates this year? Città di Palermo up to 3rd as it stands.
And it's just about, if HPI Fujairah Racing Team are still in the lead, even though in 7th position, that would make up 260 points. If Swecat remain in 3rd, which they have not, they have actually dropped down to 5th. Yeah, it's still HPI Fujairah Racing Team's championship as it stands.
Oh my word. And I can see Swecat having a battle on the far end of this course, while Team GB seem to have really grabbed this race by the scruff of the neck. Swecat are at the back, pushing, punishing anybody getting in their way. Seb and Eric really not wanting to give up their opportunity to win this 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship title. And who can blame them?
That said, makes long laps even more important. as is. They are mandatory. All teams need to take at least 2 long laps. The first from the start of lap 3 until 70% completion of the race, and then the second one by the end of the race.
Yeah, and it's really choppy at that far end of the course and towards the final straight. And I'm desperately hoping that everybody stays the right way up here. Team GB's boat number 8 getting a real battering as they refuse to let up the speed, because even if they give an inch here to victory, they will take a mile and they will take them. Team GB flying over the timing point. Victory literally flying over the line. We're on lap 5 here. Team GB leading the way with a very small cushion to victory, both of whom need to take a long lap and then another. There's a very, very big gap now between second and third. Not to forget that Città di Palermo, boat number 22 of Alfredo Amato, Roberto Lopiano, now coming across the line here in third. They've decided to settle down. Tessel Mare electing to take their long lap. 222 offshore in fourth. Swecat in fifth. Also looking like Seb and Eric have decided that discretion is the better part of valour. And team management of Swecat there desperately doing their arithmetic. Sharjah crossing the line in sixth as we look on with trepidation but excitement. Team GB really putting their marker down in this race.
Indeed, Team GB and Victory Team seem to have hit the nail on the head with regards to calibrating their boats. They seem the most steady out there. HPI Fujairah Racing Team seems to be struggling quite a bit in developing some speed.
We can hear the engines, right? And I don't know, something sounds off with HPI. QA Oil's looking good, actually. I mean, fair play to Abdul Latif and Khalid as they fly over the line there.
So currently in lap 5 we have Team GB retaining first position, Victory Team, local Emirati team in second, Città di Palermo putting a valiant effort out there, currently in third position, 222 Offshore in fourth, Swecat in fifth, Sharjah Team in sixth, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in seventh, Vaz Marine in 8th, QA Oils in 9th, and Tessel Mare in 10th.
Tessel Mare, of course, taking their long lap this time around. There's the 22 crew of Città di Palermo, City of Palermo, and 222 electing to take their long lap, and an absolute airing there from boat number 8, Team GB. Look, I mean, they are quite a lengthy craft. They do catch air, as we know, but they are managing to keep the right way up and look in electric form here. The lion at the front of Team GB taking quite the battering, but still managing to stay ahead of Victory, who are by no means out of this race. They're not gaining, but they're not losing either, John. And look at the amount of air there.
Yeah, feeling quite confident as well, having been crowned Swecat Runner winner for 2024, following yesterday's Swecat run.
We know that they're fast. Victory, though, still trying to claw them back. There will now be the gap to Città di Palermo. Tessel Mare coming through. They've been lapped. And there is a massive gap between second and third. QA Oils electing to run their long lap. And it really is turning into a bit of a dogfight in this Xcat race for the championship. Down the back end of this grid, Swecat and HPI electing not to get involved with the fight at the top. But Swecat are going to have to pull something out of the bag here if they are going to get themselves over. But as it stands, the title is going to Italy.
Indeed, indeed. Slowly managing to climb up the leaderboard, Swecat, now in fourth position. Let's see if they can catch up to Città di Palermo, although there's a quite significant gap maybe some strategic decisions with regards to long laps will favor them.
I think that's what's going to do it here. I think it's going to be the long lap. Swecat might want to take their long lap now in order to get ahead of the game. Whatever happens here, it's going to be tight for the championship. What isn't tight at the moment is first and second, and Victory are running their long lap in lap 6, where we are looking at them potentially undercutting Team GB for the win. Faz Marine going past our window here. They look like they are struggling with the conditions. Not a surprise. They are a boat designed for probably slightly calmer waters. And HPI Fujairah Racing Team just going past our window here. Behind Faz Marine, I think they're going to overtake without too much trouble. Faz Marine, of course, taking a long lap.
So we still have Team GB in first position, Victory Team in second, Città di Palermo in third, Swecat in fourth, Sharjah Team in fifth, 222 Offshore in sixth, Faz Marine in seventh, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in eighth, QA Oils in ninth, and Tessil Mare in 10th. We're also taking their second long lap, I believe.
So Tessil Mare with a good long lap strategy there, given their position. Still fighting for points, of course. Still with bragging rights in the overall championship standings to go as well. But it is Victory Team's long lap that is going to give Team GB a gap, and I imagine Team GB will also start to think about when they're going to take those long laps. They're going to have to think about it soon. Team GB flying through with confirmation that 222 Offshore are also going to take a long lap here as well. 222 Offshore, who have done so well in the pole position qualifying sessions, but struggled up until getting here in Dubai to finish a race. But they finished here on Friday. They'll be looking to finish here as well. Traditionally championship contenders, but not so in 2024. And in 2023 it was Scott Williams and Martin Campbell of Team GB who were named champions of the world in the UAE. And news coming as HPI Fujairah Racing Team take their long lap. It is move number 1 in the chess game of championship title chasing.
I think I would rate that move, to be honest with you, taking that before Swecat. Smart move. Although they're currently in 8th position, I believe that still means they will take the championship by a very small margin.
Boat number 3 have been given a long lap penalty.
Fortunately, that's Faz Marine, the local Emirati crew, that will be serving that penalty.
Doesn't have an overall point in the race. There's Antonio Sciano Di Cola, team manager of boat number 96, HPI Fujairah Racing Team. I've spoken to him a few times since Friday. He looks remarkably calm for a man whose sons are out there fighting for the World Championship. How are you doing it, Mr. Antonio Sciano Di Cola? And Team GB electing to run their long lap, first of 2. They'll want to make sure it is only 2 after the 3 that they had to face on Friday. But we're on board with HPI.
Yep, a healthy gap between them and number 2 Victory Team. So hopefully they won't lose that position due to the long lap. Maybe just about.
And we're now starting to see some of the Xcats out there struggle with the conditions. Those Xcats are taking a battering from the elements.
Yeah, that was HPI Fujairah Racing Team just coming past the commentary box, looking a bit worse for wear.
And Swecat running the long lap, and boat number 9 have just been given a long lap penalty as well.
Yeah, that's a Sharjah Team, another Emirati team, unfortunately having to serve a penalty.
So we're on board here with HPI Fujairah Racing Team, as John said, shooting past our commentary station here. Really hoping that they don't succumb to Swecat's impressive second race here at the Dubai Grand Prix. As Fazmarine get another long lap penalty, I think they're struggling.
Wow.
And Team GB, whilst all this chaos, carnage and excitement is happening behind them for the championship for 2024, they are just calmly getting on with business. They've got the long lap in the bag, they've got to pop another one in the bag to take to the till. And Team GB,
they're looking nice and steady, Team GB.
they are. They've got victory right on their tail though.
Yep.
Who is going to blink first in the game of long lap? Serving.
From a 35-second gap, now a 3-second gap, so they just managed to retain that first position, having taken their first long lap, so really nice position to be in. Victory will have to take theirs soon enough.
Yeah, it's a game of cat and mouse. Well, it's a game of cat and cat. Xcat and the Xcat out there at the moment, with Gita Di Palermo, a distant third, but a third nonetheless. A podium would be nothing short of deserved here for the team from Italy, as Sharjah crossed the line in fourth.
Yeah, fair play to Gita Di Palermo. To be honest with you, I did not expect them to be this high up in the leaderboard, particularly given the conditions. I thought 222 offshore would be higher up there, but it seems like they're struggling a bit. HPI Fujairah Racing Team deciding to take another long lap. Not a bad shout from team manager and father Antonio.
No, it's a clever thing to do. So, with HPI Fujairah Racing Team down in 8th at the moment, that is going to be 10 points allocated to them. And Swecat in 5th, that is going to be 18. So Swecat are going to have to do some jumping up to 3rd or 2nd actually in order to claim the title, but one thing is for sure, they are not giving it up without a fight. As it stands, the title goes to boat number 96.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be 2nd position at the very least, and HPI Fujairah Racing Team remaining in 8th position for the whole race.
Swecat though, carving up these waters here off the coast of Sunset Beach in Dubai, absolutely doing their utmost to try and wrestle control back, something they had for most of the season, John.
Yeah, they can't give up. It's far but close at the same time. It is within reach. It's a hard task, especially for the team onshore, who are going to have to decide when is the appropriate time to take the long lap, but it's possible.
And it is drama abound. Swecat just slicing their way through the water. HPI Fujairah Racing Team also now look like they've picked up a bit of pace and are channeling their inner Italian stallions as they trot around this course. Team GB, meanwhile, really tackling the conditions. In first, victory in 2nd, still very close. And of course then Gita Di Palermo, unless something happens around the corner, which I doubt, in 3rd. But Swecat here, John, doing everything.
Yeah, Team GB looking great out there though. Looking absolutely great. Swecat, a bit of a hard task for them. Need to climb up to at least number 2 from 5th. Conditions are... And we have another penalty coming for boat number 3, Fazmarine.
Yeah, they're having a bit of a nightmare out there. They started 3rd, of course, after qualifying. Local team from the UAE. And there's lots of very eager fans and dignitaries watching on here. And it's been a fantastic spectacle for absolutely everybody. And just a thank you from us here, actually, and from myself and John to the Dubai International Marine Club for making this possible. I know we've mentioned it several times in our broadcasts over the last few days, but we really would be stuck without them. So thank you very, very much to the DIMC for making this possible. It has been a resounding success in my humble opinion, but will it be a resounding success for that team there, Team GB? Boat number 8, defending champions. They're not going to take the title home for a second year in a row, but they are hot on the heels of a victory here, John. And Maria, team manager, beady-eyed as ever through the binoculars, just seeing exactly what's happening. And right now, it is going to come down to long lap strategy, as it so often does, John.
Absolutely. We still have Team GB retaining first position, Victory Team in second, Città di Palermo, ex-Console Brokers in third, Swecat in fourth, Sharjah Team in fifth, Faz Marine in sixth, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in seventh, QA Oils in eighth, Tessel Mare in ninth, and 222 Offshore in 10th. We just received notification that Città di Palermo will be taking their first long lap.
Now, I think Città di Palermo's third position is relatively safe, but it could open the door for Swecat here as they continue to claw themselves up into potentially being back in that championship fight. Let's see what impact that makes. I think their gap is going to be too big, but you never know. And of course, as we smash towards this 10th lap, the conditions will continue to play a strong factor here. Team GB comfortable in this type of water. They've just flown across the timing buoys once again. Victory still hot on their heels, not giving them one moment of peace, and wanting to add first place today to their Speedcat run yesterday.
And Sharjah Team taking their second long lap of this race.
Sharjah, who've been one of my dark horses this championship, actually. Every time they've shown up, they've done a fantastic job. But it is HPI Fujairah Racing Team that we can see right now crossing the timing line in 7th position, just trying to deal with the pressure, the nerves, and just pop enough points in the bag that they will be world champions. They won here on Friday after a mistake by Team GB, admittedly. They won in Italy, but they have been consistent, and consistency is so often key, John, to winning a championship.
Quite right. So we have HPI Fujairah Racing Team having concluded both of their long laps, Tessel Mare as well, Sharjah Team as well, and 222 Offshore. Swecat only performed one long lap, so it makes it even more important now when they're going to take their second, because they've jumped up to third place.
Oh, one more jump up, and HPI Fujairah having a bit of a wobble could see the championship swap hands once again. Team GB, just a round of applause for them. They could have really dropped their heads after the beginning of this year, but they've come back stronger and stronger each time, looking for their third win. They were second on Friday, and it is closer than you might think out there between them and Victory. Victory doing everything to grab their second win here of the year, and Team GB really just showing us all how the conditions are less than ideal for certain crews, but ideal for them, I imagine.
Quite right. We see them catching quite a lot of air, but they seem very unfazed and looking solid, really solid out there.
Yeah, I imagine it's solid in every sense. The water turns into concrete with these kind of conditions, and Team GB just port to starboard, bit of a wiggle, but keeping the bow under control. Tesselmare there, boat number 88, smallest boat in the fleet, but doing a great job. And Swecat are running their long lap here in Dubai. Q8 Oils also running their long lap.
Okay, this is make or break time now for Swecat, I believe. Currently, we've entered lap 11, so not long to go until the end of this race. It's make or break. Team GB, Martin and Scott, though, looking absolutely solid out there and unfazed by these conditions.
Yeah, they've seemed really at ease walking around the paddock and the Xcat area this weekend. And a reminder that if you want to catch up and stay up to date with everything going on with this championship when we're not on water and we're not live direct to you, then you must follow the official Xcat championship pages on social media, where you can keep up to date with everything that goes on behind the scenes. Chats with the drivers, the crews, the organisers, and see up close. And Team GB taking a massive one for the team there, flying up. You think by this point they are fully understanding of what and when their boat's going to tip, so I give them the credit to know that they are on the limit, and where that limit is, they are flying at the moment. I think that was the limit there, John. I think that was... They seem to have throttled back a little bit there. Someone's had a word.
Yeah, absolutely. So we still have Team GB in first position, Victory Team in second, Swecat in third. Victory Team actually deciding to take their second long lap of the race. Swecat in third, Città di Palermo actually climbing up to third. Swecat currently in their long lap. Sharjah Team in fifth, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in sixth, Faz Marine in seventh, Q8 Oils in eighth, Tesselmare in ninth, and 222 Offshore in 10th.
I suspect that 222 Offshore have actually retired from the race. I haven't seen them for a while. My eyes have been glued to the rest of this pack, but they didn't sound healthy during that last time round. Swecat flying across our timing line in front of us. You're on board with Faz Marine as it stands. Arif Al Safane, who's in that cockpit, of course knows what it takes to win this championship. He's done it a number of times, but they are trundling along rather slowly. I think they are going to make for the pontoon.
Yeah, it's, you can't really tell through the screen, but as the boats pass by the commentary booth, the sound these boats make as they hit the water, it must be quite painful for the guys in the cockpit.
Yeah, there is a certain amount of padding in the seat. However, they will feel it from their spine up to their neck. Sharjah flying, and you probably can't hear it, but we can hear the crowds calling for Sharjah up to our right here on the coast of Sunset Beach in the Jumeirah district of Dubai, who are playing host to this final round of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship. This is the 5th and final round, the 10th and final race. Team GB absolutely took it. They took a beating just going across the line there. They got caught up in what I believe was Sharjah's wake, actually. And Victory seemed to have dropped further behind. The conditions are really playing havoc with our Xcats here, but this is good old-fashioned offshore racing. Yeah, Victory are really lagging behind now of Team GB. Team GB, long lap incoming, I imagine. That is possibly the messaging coming from HQ.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think you're spot on, Stu. It must be coming in any time now.
It's looking strong there for Team GB to take their third win of this championship. And further down, Swecat in fourth, HPI Fujairah Racing Team in sixth. As it stands, HPI will be the 2024 UIM Xcat World Champions. But it'll be Antonio Schiano di Cola at the end of this race that will tell us whether it's a positive or a negative thing. Emotions painted on their team manager's face, of the father, of course, of Rosario and Giuseppe. Sciano di Cola. Swecat still not giving it up. They want to finish at least on a podium here. They've had a magnificent season. Team GB are running their long lap. They've got a 30-second or so cushion between themselves and second position of victory, which should see it being just enough. Victory being caught in traffic, of course, as the Xcat crews start to slow and separate as this race continues. And we have a wonderful view there, the backdrop of Dubai. What a wonderful host this city has been. And we head to the final few laps of this race and this championship year. Swecat grabbing air. They're throttling back down that straight. Quite a few Xcats Johns are throttling back down the straight. They've figured out that they might end up taking a dive. Città di Palermo following Swecat across the line. Swecat in third. HPI Fujairah Racing Team in sixth.
Yeah,
it's getting close.
It is. But as it stands, HPI Fujairah Racing Team will still take the championship overall.
And that will be a moment to savour. You'll have to come back and see the highlights programming across the UIM Xcat World Championships digital platforms, just to see what it means to them. I might even get emotional. Who knows? And Sharjah on your screens there. Sharjah with another good showing here. Fifth position. Really not backing off at all. They're not messing around. And who can blame them?
Yeah, actually, Città di Palermo and Sharjah putting on some pretty solid performances out there. Team GB looking pretty untouchable, not phased whatsoever by the conditions. Swecat trying their best to climb up that leaderboard and potentially steal that championship away from HPI Fujairah Racing Team.
And it is Victory that have managed to grab Team GB's lead as part of that long lap strategy. Team GB are now in second to Victory. I thought that Team GB might have had enough of a cushion, but as I've been often across my career here with the UIM Xcat World Championship, I was wrong.
Only a 6-second difference between them. Let's see if Martin and Scott can pull something out of the bag.
It's a big gap that they need to claw back, but if anyone can do it, it is that team there. Boat number 8 of Team GB. That is Team Victory's management team on shore. What a win it would be for the local Emirati team of Team GB's main competitor.
High off the vibes of being Speedcat winner. Taking the winner of race 2 as well would be grand for the local Emirati team.
It would be great to hear the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates playing here at the trophy ceremony after this race. And as it stands, it is Isa Al-Adili, Salim Al-Asa heading to the winner's enclosure. Salim and Isa, cool as cucumbers. But you can see Team GB there are absolutely motoring. This is where they're going to start taking risks, John, to try and claw back the lead and win this final race of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship here in Dubai, the city of glass and dreams.
Actually, Team GB hot on their heels. It seems like they're not phased and they wanna take this.
Pressure mounting on boat number 7, Victory. But it is Victory who have played a stellar hand here off the waters of Dubai. Swecat in that final podium position, pushing Città di Palermo, boat number 22, into 4th. Sharjah in 5th. HPI Fujairah Racing Team in 6th. Team GB looking anxiously on at what's unfolding in front of them. A second position here, the second in a row, would not be a bad thing in the slightest. The Mersey missiles, the Scouse scoundrels, they have really turned up the dial in this championship. It's great to see them firing on all cylinders once again, but it's all about Victory as it stands. I can see them out the window. Team GB and Victory are extraordinarily close. And it's getting to that point in the race, John, where we are looking on for the white flag that signifies the penultimate lap, superseding, of course, the checkered flag. I'm on the literal edge of my seat as Sharjah fly past me, but you can see there it is Victory with Team GB hot on their heels. Victory flying over the timing line. Team GB a whisker away. You can see what it means to the teams. It is so close. This championship has been fantastic throughout the entire year, but they are saving the best for last here. Team GB looking to reel them in.
Yeah, they've managed to knock off 3 seconds from the previous gap, so slowly catching up to Victory team.
Tessel Mare gracing our screens there. Boat number 88. Ciccio Nocella, who's been a real revelation in this championship. I'm sure his longtime partner Jan-Luis Korteland is at home watching on. But Team GB, they look like they are reeling them in here. Team GB pushing. They've taken a wider line, trying to keep as much speed in the corner as possible. They are reeling Victory in. It's not over here. Victory hoping against hope that they can take home a win at home here. They won yesterday in the Speed Cat run, so we know that their Xcat is quick. But Team GB are not giving up. Team GB look like they have the speed here. They look like they have the speed here. We have a back marker in front.
Oof.
They're going to get in the way. Team GB reeling Victory in. They're not throttling down here. They're not throttling down here.
Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. They got to move out the way.
Team GB slowing up. Crossing over. Collision! Victory have collided there. That is drama. The back marker did not move out of the way. And it looks like Team GB have regained the lead after the collision here with the back marker. I think that was Città di Palermo that they collided with, possibly Q8, as HPI Fujairah Racing Team continue to climb up the pack. But it is all about the drama unfolding in front of us here in Dubai.
Unfortunate for Victory team. It did look super tight.
I wonder if that has damaged both boats beyond being able to finish here. I can see one rooster tail only from one of the boats in the distance. Victory are damaged. Victory are damaged. Victory are slowing. I think this might be Team GB's race. Yeah. I told you the back marker was going to make a difference here. I told you. Victory slowing. Almost to a stop. Team GB taking advantage. They held back. Team GB are crossing the line here for the penultimate lap of this final race of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship. We are on the final lap here. Team GB taking advantage. Victory's starboard engine has completely abandoned them. They have fallen foul to a back marker. I tell you what, there is going to be a conversation after this. There is going to be a conversation after this. And you can see the damage on Città di Palermo. It was in fact boat number 22. They were under no need to alter course. They just had to move ever so slightly. We can see there the damage of Città di Palermo. Huge damage. That is going to be an expensive trip to the dry dock. But as it stands, we have Team GB winning this race, and we have HPI Fujairah Racing Team winning this championship. Luckily, all the crews will be safe and sound. That's the most important thing. Safety first. Everyone looks like they've come out and unscathed.
Well, This has to be one of the most exciting Grand Prix we've had in a long time.
It's absolutely crazy. Victory Team's team manager there, unhappy, I imagine. I would be too, if I'm honest with you. But it is all about Team GB. Centre of your screens from our eye in the sky. Team GB rounding the final few segments of this course. Team GB starting on pole. Look like they're finishing as winners. Victory naturally aggrieved.
Bad luck, valiant effort.
And I think Victory have probably crawled into port now. And Tessel Mari taking the white flag. They are on their final lap. But it is Team GB, the defending champions. Winners twice in Saudi Arabia. Pole sitters twice here in Dubai. Looking like they are going to win this final race of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship season. They can throttle down now. Victory are well out of sight. Swecat will potentially finish second here, giving them 30 points. HPI Fujairah Racing Team currently in fifth as they enter the penultimate lap. But it is Team GB significantly off the pace now. They're happy enough just to see this one home. The checkered flag is out on the pace cat, boat number 1. The checkered flag is waving, bringing to an end this 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship season, and it is Team GB, boat number 8, who win this final race here of the 2024 season. They are champions of their own destiny here. They have won the final race with great drama. Victory, commiserations. It was theirs for the taking. But Maria, a happy team manager. Everyone is absolutely ecstatic with that result. And Martin out of the cockpit already.
A well-deserved break after that race for Team GB.
That was crazy, John. That was crazy. What a finish. If any of you are asking why you should be into the Xcat UIM World Championship, this is why. This is why. Sharjah crossing the line. And we'll bring you the final standings shortly as we gather our thoughts and feelings. Team GB floating around in ecstasy.
Fair play Team GB. Very unlucky for Team Victory. Swecat as well putting a valiant fight, trying to grab as many points as possible to put them in the running for the championship. Really good effort on Città di Palermo and Sharjah, obviously beyond the unfortunate collision with Città di Palermo. Yeah.
Wow.
It's been emotionally exhausting.
Yeah, I feel pretty tired, but we're just waiting for the rest of the course to finish. Swecat look like they will sweep in to finish second here, but we'll bring you confirmation as and when. But that is a remarkably positive end to what has been a difficult final rounds for the Norwegian powerhouses. Nordic powerhouses. Ooh, I'm going to get
correct.
Any complaints right into PO Box 123, John's house. Boat flying under the Swedish flag. Sebastian Groth, Erik Sundblad Johansson, so close yet so far. They are about to cross the line here, take the checkered flag. Didn't throttle down. They finished second here. A remarkable championship for them, as it looks like they are heading to second place in the championship. But they should be very, very proud of themselves. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. And Victory still out there, still limping around the course. They won't finish on the podium. HPI Fujairah Racing Team, boat number 96. Rosario and Giuseppe Schiano di Cola. They are champions. That is Antonio Schiano di Cola. That is Giuseppe and Rosario's dad. He is rightfully over the moon. Over the moon, John.
Yeah, as it stands, HPI Fujairah Racing Team totaling 268 points in the overall standings, and Swecat totaling 262.
6 points in it, John. 6 points in this World Championship standings. Absolutely crazy close. We've had 10 races and just an incredible standing. Victory limping across the line there. Well, that was a dramatic conclusion to this, one of our more dramatic championship seasons, the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship has officially come to its exciting conclusion. Team GB 2023 champions, applauding HPI Fujairah Racing Team there, our most deserved of champions of 2024. Team GB winners here in Dubai, pole twice, winners once, and a second place on Friday. That is not a bad return on your investment of a weekend, is it, John?
Not at all, not at all. Big congrats to Scott and Martin for the win. Exhilarating race and a testament to their patience and fortitude, just continuing to chase victory despite their substantial gap. Obviously capitalizing on the collision, but still they didn't give up right up until the end.
No, and there'll be lots to talk about. There'll be lots to talk about after this race, and I'm sure there will be a full conversation. Chita di Palermo limping across the line here. But Team GB deserved winners today, and they finished their championship on a high. They might not be retaining their championship, but they will be a very happy crew. They're about to give us a lap of honour. Maria there, the team manager, with her phone out, looking to capture the minute. And there they are, Martin atop of his Xcat, Scott doing his best to knock him off, I'm sure. And there's a conversation. Calm down now, lad, calm down. Apologies to everyone from Liverpool for that terrible Scouse accent. And there's Crew 88. So this championship has delivered everything from pretty much every corner of the world. Fujairah, Palermo, Basilicata, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and finally here in Dubai. This has been an incredible championship for everybody to be a part of, and every single team member, every single crew member, everybody from the onshore staff, the crew, the safety teams, absolutely everybody. That is a massive thank you from us here to everybody involved for making this possible. We really couldn't do it without you. Dubai International Marine Club for making this fantastic final something that will go down in the history books. There will be tears of joy, tears of frustration. Swecat running HPI Fujairah Racing Team all the way to the end. John, your thoughts on this incredible championship season?
To be honest, I'm lost for words. A big thank you to all the drivers for putting on such a great display of racing, even for us and for the rest of the viewers. A big thank you to Dubai and the rest of the Xcat team for pulling this off, and looking forward to next year.
2025, if you deliver anything close to what 2024 gave us, then we are in for a treat. So to everybody at home who's joined us throughout this championship season, thank you very, very much. It just leaves me to say well done to Team GB for winning this final race of the 2024 UIM Xcat World Championship, and a massive well done to Rosario and Giuseppe Schiano de Gola, our 2024 UIM Xcat champions. Thank you to everybody at home, thank you to everybody on shore, and everybody around us for delivering such a fantastic championship season. Thank you to everybody for everything that you've done. We appreciate and love all of you. And we'll finish with the highlights from yesterday, and we will see you in 2025. Pole positioning we have had today. Team GB securing their second pole of the weekend. But it's all about the grand finale between HPI Fujairah Racing Team and Swecat. For a bit of light entertainment, we had the Speed Cat Run, won by local boys. Victory right here in Dubai.
Actually, the Speed Cat Run, I like this session. I won that 2014 series, the Speed Cat Run. So from that day, I like to be winning in this session, and I am happy we got it. We won today in front of our fans, our families. So I am happy.